Hey, it's me, the Mixtaper, back with another 13 surefire songs guaranteed to get you into the Halloween season.
And I'm here.
Welcome to Spin It, another Mixtaper takeover.
Hello, everybody. Happy Mixtober. Happy Halloween.
Hello. Hey, it's me.
It's another Mixtaper takeover week. Happy Mixtober. Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I noticed that we both are wearing similar costumes to last year. I've donned your gift to me last year.
Well, I would hope you wore my gift.
Yeah, I wore your gift. I'm wearing a squirrel mask, and I'm wearing a lab coat and an I Am a Squirrel t-shirt. I'm the math squirrel from our math department. The abacus is in the background, but it's here. And you're just repeating yourself. You're just wearing the same thing you did last year.
It's still the scariest thing.
Until something replaces it, that's the costume you go with?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be the scariest thing. That's kind of how this works.
Kind of the whole point. Well, it's been a long time since last Mixtober. How's your year been? I know we hear from you every week, but still.
Well, it's been a pretty good Mixtober.
Yeah?
I've been listening to a lot of Halloween songs in preparation for today.
Yeah, I've had last Mixtober's playlist on repeat, and I'm not totally convinced that they're all very Halloween-y, but a lot of them are.
Yeah, well, the idea is that gets you in the Halloween spirit. They'd be good at parties, you know, like a Halloween-themed party.
Yeah.
Just got music playing, raising the roof, all that jazz.
Yeah, that does make sense.
But we're back!
We are back, and just as apparently it's become a tradition, I do have a little pumpkin spice latte to drink. It is my first of the season, so there you go.
And I have, as is not a tradition, a Mountain Dew.
You have a Mountain Dew on Pumpkin Spice Latte Day?
Well, I didn't realize we were doing pumpkin spice lattes, or I would have picked one up on my way home from work.
I do it. Well, I did it last year. I was going to say I do it every year, but...
I mean, I make pumpkin spice lattes all day long, and if you had warned me, I would have grabbed one on my way out.
Whoops. Well, we don't have to do it. I'm just doing it, so...
All right. Unfortunately, you know, last year I got you a bunch of gifts to celebrate Mixtober.
Yeah, and they were really nice. I still use the mood lamp constantly, and Barry Duckalo is still sitting on my shelf next to me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Connor, who's at ConCon this week, so that's why he's not here.
Connor Convention?
Yeah, Connor Convention for all you who are not aware.
He left early this year.
Yeah, the flights were pretty bad with all the bad weather we've been having, so we had to get an earlier flight in order to make it.
That makes sense.
It's in Peru this year, I think.
Peru?
I think so. I think that's what he said.
I just assumed it was in different places in the United States. My guess Connor Convention's international.
Or this is the international, ConCon convention. I mean...
Oh, once every 4 years they meet up internationally?
It travels around. It's a lot. Most of the Connors are in the U.S., so a lot of times it ends up in one of the U.S. states, but sometimes they branch out.
I see.
But, you know, Connor, he wants to buy a house soon, so he's put himself on a budget, and since I get all my money from him, that means I've been put on a budget, so no gifts this year.
A budget's been imposed on you, I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. Last year you spent $50 just in shipping costs, so...
I did spend $50 just in shipping costs.
I don't blame you for not doing that again. That's wild. Although I do like your little spinny plushie back there.
Yeah, so, well, I did buy a gift, just not for you. A amazing fan of the podcast made me this Spin It Pete spinny plushie. Sorry, I used his government name there.
I haven't called him Spin It Peter in a long time.
Yeah. And I gave him one of my spare Mixtaper hats since he's spinny taper tonight.
Uh-huh.
My lovely assistant for tonight's game.
That's right. You made the whole thing into a 60-second timed trivia guessing game full of lies.
Sure, well...
It was really stressful last year.
Well, hopefully it's equally as stressful this year.
Yeah, but at least I kind of know what to expect this year.
Expect the unexpected. No, it is very similar, and we'll get into all that whenever we're ready to get into the game. I didn't know if there was any other pre-game activities we wanted to get into.
I don't know. Do you have any pregame activities? This is your episode.
I'm the host.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know me. I got cameras everywhere.
Yes, that is right. We are recording live.
We're recording live.
So you can listen to this episode wherever you're listening to it now, but we streamed it live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/spinitpod. So drop a follow. Come
Go follow it.
say hi.
We're almost to the point where we get fun new toys.
That's true. But yeah, this is a stream that you take over, and I do less preparation for the Halloween episode than any other, just because I don't know what you are going to do. I don't know how to even prepare anything for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a busy Mixtober, so I had some wild ambitions that just didn't pan out due to time constraints. So it's going to be very similar to last year.
That's okay.
But that just means I get to save those ideas for future Mixtaper takeovers. I'm thinking this would be a fun format for we need to show some other holidays some love. You know, I'm more than just Mixtober. Maybe we do like the top 13 Labor Day songs or something, you know?
You want to do... Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
And then I can spring those other fun. So one thing I didn't do that I really thought about doing to you, I told you that I had an idea that was going to make you absolutely hate me and everything about this episode.
Really?
And then I didn't do it. I was going to pick 13 Halloween songs.
Yeah.
But they were just going to be a song for like 13 different golidays. And you were not only going to have to guess the song, but then also figure out which holiday I thought that represented.
What holiday? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. It was a fun idea I had.
Well, I'm glad you unhad it.
Because I thought of some really funny songs. That was like, this could be for like a really obscure holiday that you would never guess. And I was getting enjoyment in my head out of it, but we stuck with Halloween for Mixtober. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad.
So, yeah, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music or something like that after the fact, definitely go follow the Twitch. Get notifications for when we go live so you can hang out with the chat who's going to be playing along with the game alongside James. Also, you'll get to see all the fun artwork that I put the art department up to. The art department went wild again this year with some great art for each one of these songs.
That was a standout feature of last year. Just the ridiculous art. And that'll be up on our socials too, at SpinItPod Official on Instagram and at SpinItPod on X.
Anyway, should we get into the game? Are we ready?
Yeah, I guess I'm ready for you got 13 more songs this year for another, and it's not, to clarify, it was never the 13 best Halloween songs.
Let me go ahead. The audience has been staring at this red curtain. Let me just open the curtains to begin our game here.
Of course. What's behind the curtain?
Well, we're back with another Mixtaper Halloween song playlist. Another 13 surefire songs guaranteed to get you into the Halloween season.
Oh boy.
Not the top 13. It's not like the best 13.
Right.
It's just another 13.
13 extras.
13 additional songs that you could put on a Halloween playlist this Mixtober.
Yes.
And for those who weren't watching last year or completely blocked it out of their memory, like I'm sure I did for a little bit, let's, go over the rules of our game.
Please. Yeah. We need a good refresher for the rules. Again, it's been 52 weeks. Ooh, 52 episodes.
That's a lot of weeks.
That's wild.
Think about how many times we've doubled since last Mixtober.
In a year. I know. It's been a lot.
All right. Let's go ahead and go through the rules, shall we?
Please.
James and the audience, you all have 60 seconds to guess the song and earn a point. Audience, you get one collective point if anyone watching live guesses the song correctly. For each team that the Mixtaper stumps, I get 1 point. Facts about the song will appear on these Mixtaper factoid cards, just like these rules are. And my assistant for the evening, the lovely Spinny Taper, will ensure all these rules are followed.
Yep, there he is.
And call me out if I accidentally throw in any spins on these factoid cards. I know that happened last year.
Fantastic. So those are the rules. I'm ready for another 13 rounds of this.
That's the rules. So let's get into round one.
I'm ready for round one. Bring it on. I think it's going to be way harder this time.
All right, number 13. Again, these aren't in any particular order.
Right.
They're really just in an order that I thought made them spread out like the styles and genres and stuff.
We're not counting up or down like I thought we were last year. Yeah, we're just counting. And we picked 13 good songs last year, so those are eliminated from my pool of guesses.
You don't know that. Maybe I've snuck one back in on you.
I really wouldn't put it past you.
Well, we'll find out as we get into round number one. Here we go.
Okay.
I hope I don't scary you too quickly with this first song.
Scary you?
Boy, typo in the first line. We're off to a great start.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a clue and it was just a typo.
You may want to thank him for how quickly you check out at the store.
Okay. Like a clerk, like a grocery bagger.
The lyrics on this song are haunting.
Casper the Friendly Ghost, haunting. It definitely seems ghosty.
You may die of laughter rather than fright from these ghosts.
Friendly ghosts, right? Casper's a friendly ghost. I don't know any Casper Friendly Ghost related songs.
If they don't get you, the mortgage payment might.
Something about a house. Ghosts in a house, checking out of a store. I'm not doing well.
If it doesn't get canceled again, we will be seeing this artist live soon.
Well, then it's about Ray Stevens. It's a song by Ray Stevens, but I don't know what it is. He's got too many songs.
Oh, he doesn't know what it is. That's unfortunate.
He's got too many songs.
The answer... The Haunted House by Ray Stevens.
The Haunted House. That's very like him. Look at that haunted house.
Yeah, it's a silly song about a guy who moves into a house and then discovers it's haunted, but doesn't want to leave because he just moved in.
Yeah.
And bought the house, so.
He's got to stick it out till the end of his lease or mortgage, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And here we got our first bit of art department art for the stream.
Yeah, is that you in the little window down there?
That's me in the little window. Moved into the haunted house.
Fantastic.
My little Mixtaper colored house.
It's very haunted looking, yeah.
Yes.
The jack-o'-lantern out front is a nice touch. I don't know anything about this song. I've actually never heard it.
Never heard it.
Teach me about the haunted house. Maybe we'll see Ray Stevens sing it in late November.
Ooh, yeah, in late November.
Anything's possible.
The Haunted House, Ray Stevens. Well, there's not... okay, so this one I don't have a lot about the actual song.
Uh-huh.
Most of these songs have like their own Wikipedia page because they're popular enough. This one, not so much. Good song.
Apparently, I'm not surprised. I like the concept of it, and I'm not surprised a Ray Stevens song finally made it into this Halloween 13. Frankly, I'm surprised he didn't make it into the last 13.
He just was a little more obscure for the first 13.
That's sure, fair.
But this next one, see, I'm curious to see how quickly you get some of these. Last year, I made some of them really, really hard because they were easy songs to guess, and then other ones I made super easy because they were harder songs to guess. This one, it was hard because I didn't know how many of these you'd actually know.
I don't know. I don't know about a ton of like novelty, seasonal, or specialty music necessarily.
Yeah. Well, luckily not all of them are that way, but we'll see with this next one. Moving on to number 12.
Apparently, we're lucky that all of them are remotely Halloween related.
Ready for our next round?
Next round coming up.
Song number 12. Well, this song is great for a good journey.
It sounds like it's by Journey. Like Wheel in the Sky. What's a Halloween Journey song?
It just came out this month, actually.
This month? I don't know any songs from this month yet.
Yeah, hot off the presses.
Oh my gosh.
The writers of this song also wrote the music for Frozen 1 and 2.
Who did that? Like Hans Zimmer?
It's a super ballad.
Super ballad. A super ballad that came out this month that's good for a journey.
Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
That feels like a very direct hint. That feels like a lyric straight out of the song. I don't have any idea what it is.
Sure is. Catherine Hahn gets witchy in this TV show.
Okay. Is it from like the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot? I don't... Oh, wait, the Agatha show, right? The Marvel one.
The Agatha show, the Marvel one. It's a super ballad.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, you're out of time and you haven't named the song.
I could barely remember the show exists. I'm not going to get a song title.
Well, that's what I said. I wasn't sure because I know you have people who are super into Marvel, so I wasn't sure if
Fair.
how aware you were of the show going on in October.
I don't do well with the Disney like series. I don't think I've really gotten into any of the Disney Plus series.
And also, this song has popped up a lot on people covering it on TikTok, so I thought maybe you'd seen it there.
Not that I can recall. What's the song?
The song is The Ballad of the Witch's Road.
You know, I actually think I have heard this a little bit. Oh, the art is so good. It's just this is what's my favorite part about the Halloween streams. It's just how ridiculous, and I never know what the art's going to be. And it's just you and the gopher singing a ballad to the full moon.
As we walk down the road.
Ah, yeah, the Witch's Road.
It's a good journey because they're taking a journey down the Witch's Road, and the ballad is the song used to summon the road.
Oh, I have no idea.
Won't talk too much about the show.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So we don't get too many spoilers, but that's like the premise laid out at the very beginning.
Sure. I have heard a clip or two of that song on Twitter or something.
Uh-huh. That's what I said. But it was written by Oscar-winning songwriters Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez, who did, as the factoid said, the songs for Frozen 1 and Frozen 2.
I see.
A lot of interesting stuff, and there's some interviews I watched of them talking about how they were kind of given from the show writers certain things that they had to incorporate in the song. So like this song incorporates the elements, earth, wind, fire, and water. Mm-hmm. They wanted it to incorporate certain like witchy elements and stuff. So like the mother, maiden, and crone are in there, and it also had to kind of lay out the whole arc of the thing, right? Because the whole point of the show is them traveling down this road, right? So the song's supposed to and they wanted it to sound like it was passed down generationally through like the covens, right? As like they would teach each other the song, right? They wanted it to sound that way.
Yeah, like an ancient lore song.
So yeah, it's a really cool. I'll have to send you a link to the interview that they did talking about how they wrote the song, and then all the actresses that play the witches in the show are the ones singing in what that little soundbite you just heard were. Mm-hmm. And so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I should have done a little better on that, but not much.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. But that's number 12, The Ballad of the Witch's Road. So far, I've got 2 points against you, James. You haven't gotten any right.
I know. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're winning 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
I suspect you may win closer to 10-3 or something.
I think that's how last year went, so.
Maybe.
But we're ready for number 11.
Oh, my goodness.
Alrighty, going on to round number 3 here.
Mm-hmm. I got to bring my A game, my Mixtober game.
It's weird that I count down to 1, but we're counting the rounds up to 13, so it's kind of hard to keep track of.
Yeah, we did start with round 1 and round 2, which were songs number 13 and 12.
Anyway, here we go with round number 3.
Right. But you just said, but it was number 11? Okay.
It's song number 11.
Right. Round number 3.
The order is not indicative of my feelings of the songs.
Of course.
They could be maybe a little indicative of like how Mixtober-y or Halloween-y they are for the vibe. They are kind of increasing in vibe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't hold myself to that necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So here we go. This heavy metal song came out in 1982.
Oh, okay. Heavy metal.
Yes. Going back a little bit from a song that just came out last month previously.
I don't trust anything that this sheet says anymore.
The music video was filmed in Sri Lanka.
You could just lie about any of this. It doesn't even have to be heavy metal. It doesn't have to be 1982.
In 2015, 5 Seconds to Summer sampled this song in one of their hits.
2015. Well, what'd they do? Youngblood and others? I don't remember many big 5 Seconds to Summer hits.
Pitchfork Media said singles don't come much stronger than this song. Pitchfork Media is also a great... Oh, what's that Spinny Taper? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
See?
This isn't a heavy metal song. You're right. Thank you, Spinny Taper. This is actually an English New Wave song that came out in 1982.
English New Wave from 1982.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the music video, the lead singer and a tiger-like woman scream at each other.
Oh, Hungry Like the Wolf.
And Duran Duran got a platinum certification from this howling good song. I heard you say Hungry Like a Wolf before the timer went off, so that is a point for you. This is Hungry Like a Wolf.
Yes, that's great.
There's Wolf Mixtaper. Hungry for some pumpernickel and mayo sandwiches.
Fantastic. I actually just listened to Rio all the way through for the first time a few months ago on my Albums of the Month list. So Duran Duran's pretty fresh on the brain. This is a great record.
Yeah, it's a great song. Look at that. You're already brought it back. I mean, I'm still double your points, but
I cut the lead in half.
At least you're on the board.
It's all about perspective. You also called the song Hungry Like a Wolf.
Yeah, it's the wolf. I'm sorry.
And it's not just a wolf. That's the wolf.
Well, I'm a wolf, and this is me in the picture, so...
Right.
That's Spinny Taper in the back. He's doing a good job keeping me honest on these factoid cards.
Yeah, heavy metal was a little bit throwing me. So, yeah, 5 Seconds of Summer sampled this?
They sure did.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so again, this was Hungry Like the Wolf. It's a song by Duran Duran. The song was produced by Colin Thurston for the group's second studio album, Rio, as you just said. Maybe we'll be doing it. You and Connor will be covering that album at some point, since you've been listening to it.
It's certainly on the list.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But in 2015, 5 Seconds to Summer sampled this song on their song Hey Everybody. It contains certain elements from Hungry Like the Wolf.
Huh.
And Duran Duran were actually given a writing credit on that song because of it.
That makes sense. Cool. That's a good song. And I wouldn't necessarily think of it as Halloween-y, but definitely in a werewolf kind of context.
But like if you're at a Halloween party and this song comes on, you're like, yeah, this is the vibe.
This song comes on, it fits right in. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I thought this was a great pick for another Halloween 13.
This is a really good one. This is my favorite one on the list so far because it's the only one I know. out of the first 3.
Dang. Fair enough.
But it's good. It's good.
This next one, as we get into song number 10, is going to be another interesting one.
Okay, round 4.
Yeah, round 4.
Song 10.
We're almost out of the double digits already.
Wow.
Here we go. This is a famous song.
You've included the word fame in all capital letters.
I sure have.
So, when we like David Bowie doing Fame, you just put the title right in there? That'd be wild.
She wrote this song because of her fear of attachment.
Oh, okay, someone else.
This pop song will turn The Walking Dead into The Dancing Dead.
Dancing. Wow, who's a dancing... Sounds zombie related.
The lyrics, "He ate my heart," makes me think this romance wasn't very good.
Wow. What's this, Man-Eater? That's not by a woman. What? Who's this?
This song would have been in a Pixar movie if it come out 8 years earlier.
Oh, I think I'm totally in the wrong era on this.
That is time.
I think what happened is I flashed back to 1982 with Duran Duran.
Yeah.
And now I'm still thinking in the 70s and 80s, and I'm like on Pat Benatar's. And
yeah. I should have told you this was a famous 2009 song. Maybe would have helped orient you better.
Okay, so 2009.
I'll give you one guess since I didn't give you anything to really orient you time-wise.
Except for a Pixar song. So what Pixar movies came out in 2001? If the song came out in 2009 and 8 years earlier would have been a good thing. Like Monsters, Inc. probably is what you're going for. Maybe. That seems Halloweenish. He Ate My Heart. It's a pop song. This is one that's going to get me. This is when you're going to click it, and I'm going to know it, and I'm going to be upset that I missed it on all these clues.
Maybe. We'll find out.
Okay.
Here we go. The song is Monster by Lady Gaga.
Oh, Lady Gaga. No, I'm not necessarily... I don't think I would have guessed it. I don't think I know it, really. I know a little bit of Lady Gaga. I've got Born This Way on the ranking spreadsheet, but...
Yeah, your Lady Gaga's not one that you've listened to much of.
Not much, but like a little bit.
She's got a song called Monster.
But Monster, it does make sense, and this is really an image. This is Monsters, Inc. versions of you and...
It's me and Spinny Taper as monsters.
Spinny is a little monster eating hearts.
Yeah.
Wild. That's interesting. You know, I've seen Lady Gaga making a real comeback lately.
Yeah.
Not because of the Joker movie.
She was just in what's maybe the worst movie of the year, according to everything I'm seeing online.
That's an uncomeback. But yeah, but other stuff that she's done has been big and better than that.
Mm-hmm. I like Lady Gaga. She never had to come back for me. She's always been a favorite of mine.
Okay, that's interesting. I might not have guessed.
Yeah. Big fan of the Gog. I'm a Gaga. I don't know.
A Gaga guy, maybe?
I'm a Gaga guy. There you go.
No, good grief.
But Monster is a song by Lady Gaga from her third EP, The Fame Monster, in 2009. And it's inspired by her fear of attachment in relationships and stuff like that, and how being in love with a bad boy all the time, but instead of running away, you keep coming back to that same bad boy, even though he eats your heart every time.
Eat your heart. What are you going to do?
The song also includes a reference to Gaga's debut single, Just Dance.
Was that her debut single?
Yeah.
Wow. It doesn't feel like it.
And then the bad romance clue in there for not a good, it wasn't a good romance, was a bad romance
yes.
hint.
Not a good romance and famous.
Yeah,
and...
yeah. Famous from, The Fame Monster. It was pretty much right there.
It was. It was very spelled out clearly, and I could tell that it was clear, and that's why it was so hard.
Yeah.
It just eluded me.
We're now down in the single digits as we get more and more Halloween-y, maybe.
Not even more and more, just continuing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've all been pretty good picks so far. I think again, if I'm at a Halloween party, or more accurately, a Mixtober party,
right?
Those are the ones I attend.
I don't go to Halloween parties. I go to Mixtober parties.
If any of these songs came on, I'd be like, yeah, this fits the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how you feel about the next one.
Okay. That's always a dangerous preface.
Here we go with number 9.
All right.
This song has lyrics by Carolyn Lee and was composed by Cy Coleman.
Okay. We'll figure this out. We'll get to the bottom of this.
This famous movie star crafted this song in the studio 3 separate times throughout his career.
Ooh, who would have recorded a song 3 times for movies?
They weren't all for movies.
Okay.
This 1957 song bewitched fans and reached number 6 on the charts and stayed there for 16 weeks. The Cure recorded a version of this song for Tim Burton's Frankenweenie Unleashed.
Frankenweenie. Who knew that would be my undoing, not seeing Frankenweenie? 1957 almost makes me think like Elvis. You know what I mean?
Anita Baker helped this artist perform the song His Way.
Okay. Well, then that sounds more like a Sinatra thing. I don't know any... I don't know any good Halloween songs to guess. I don't know. What do you got? New York, New York? Fly Me to the Moon? What are we doing?
No, it is a Frank Sinatra song, but we're doing Witchcraft.
Okay. So this one certainly would bring down the vibe of your Mixtober or Halloween party, but
Maybe.
thematically it seems relevant.
And there I am, riding a broom.
Broom. There you go.
That's an action shot, actually. That was a candid. That was taken in the moment. I was actually doing that.
You were actually just jumping with a broom, I'm sure.
I had to keep doing it because the person drawing this needed it for like a reference. I had to keep
Needed the still.
striking the pose.
Yeah, sitting for a portrait, but it's a portrait in motion, so you have to keep doing the motion. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Frank Sinatra, Witchcraft.
I need to listen to more Sinatra. Now, I've only listened to one Sinatra album, and it's a concept record. It's called Watertown, and it's great, but it's certainly not like a traditional Sinatra record, and there's really no hits on it.
I'm surprised you haven't done more Frank Sinatra, honestly.
I know.
Again, another big favorite of mine.
Well, maybe that opens it for Connor's pick.
Well, I don't know why Connor would pick it. It's a favorite of mine.
I know. Well, I know he likes it too.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Frank Sinatra recorded Witchcraft 3 different times in studio settings. The first time was in 1957 for its first release, and it was later released on his compilation album, All the Way, but that one he didn't re-record, it just was re-released. But he did re-record Witchcraft in 1963 for Sinatra's Sinatra, and then finally recorded it as a duet with Anita Baker in 1993.
Wow, that's your 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know many movies that Frank Sinatra's been in either.
He's been in a few.
Yeah.
Other versions of this song was featured in the 1993 movie Hocus Pocus. I don't know if you've seen that.
Sure haven't.
And again, The Cure did a version of it for Frankenweenie Unleashed, which was the companion album for Frankenweenie, the movie.
Frankenweenie.
It's a 14-track collection of songs inspired by the movie Frankenweenie.
Who wasn't inspired by the movie Frankenweenie?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
The deeply moving tale of a boy and his dead dog. I think. I've never seen it.
A portion of Frank Sinatra's rendition is played during the climax of the film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's a classic.
No, I haven't, but I've heard good things.
Oh my gosh. It was also in the soundtrack for the film 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I haven't seen that one either. Yeah, I've heard less good things about that one.
And then also on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No, now that I haven't seen.
It's been used a lot. Popular song.
Apparently. It's just not cross paths with me.
And so while it might bring down the vibe of the party, I think based on these things I've named here, it definitely fits the Halloween season.
Yes, it does.
Well, it's time for our next song.
Next song already? Song number 6, round number 8. We're getting closer to the center.
Well, it's song number 8,
6.
round number 6.
No, this is song number... Oh, yeah, you're right. You're counting down, but rounds are going up. Whatever. 6 and 8.
Here we go. This song is Out of This World.
Okay, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Just taking a guess. The score from the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Connor had this dream when he was a teenager.
Oh, a dream where your teeth fell out of your head? That's a reference to this week's episode.
There's a version of this song that includes an artist that needs to take notes.
Well, Kanye did a song called Monster, too, and we talked about it, and Connor hated that. It'd be wild if he picked it for the podcast again.
The singer said she always knew she wanted to write this futuristic, alienistic song.
Is this like Katy Perry, like a UFO? Didn't she do, like an E.T.? Did she do E.T.?
This singer's husband will give you his bow.
I don't know who's married to Orlando Bloom, but that's what that is. That's a Lord of the Rings thing.
You nailed it! It's
Yeah,
E.T.
come on.
by Katy Perry.
There we go.
Great job.
I knew it. I thought so. I had no second guesses.
You definitely had that. Also, I have no idea. Isn't Orlando Bloom married to her, or was at one point? Isn't that a thing?
I mean, you're asking me like I didn't just say. I have no idea who Orlando Bloom is married to.
I don't know if they're married or maybe they're just engaged. I don't know. I thought they were together at some point.
I don't know. Katy Perry, much like Lady Gaga, is having a rough go at 2024. I almost feel pity. Like, I almost feel sad for how her latest album release went.
Oh, I could click on this today.com article, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom's relationship timeline. So
Husband. That seems like they're married.
they got engaged in 2019.
Yeah.
So I assume they're married by now. But yeah, I didn't fact check that before I put that in there. I just assumed I was right.
Well, you got it. Yeah.
But yeah, you nailed it. Good job.
It's a song of hers that I forget about, but I also really like. Like, this is a sleeper hit from Katy Perry, I think.
It is. It's a great one to hear come on at a party. Just the beat of it, the bump, 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 bump.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't believe there's a version featuring Mr. Take Notes, Kanye West.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that didn't deter you from bringing it all together.
It was included on the reissue of her album Teenage Dream.
The reissue. Yeah.
Which is why I said Connor had this dream when he was a teenager. It was on the album Teenage Dream.
Got it. That was confusing. I was like, did you want to be an astronaut or something?
No, I mean, I did wish I could fly my bike like this.
Like E.T., like Elliot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving this art right here of me riding the bike with the gopher in the basket like E.T. This is one of my personal favorite arts from this year's.
Well, it's a pretty iconic movie scene.
Yeah. This song is an electronic hip-hop ballad, apparently, is what it's labeled as, and it draws heavily from dubstep and techno.
Yeah.
Katy Perry and Kanye West himself actually performed on the 10th season of American Idol, the 54th annual Grammy Awards, and at Madison Square Garden together with this song.
Wow. I didn't realize it was so big.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was good, but...
2011 is when this came out.
Yeah.
It was the album's 4th single. This is song number 8. Ready for number 7.
I guess, yeah, this is song 7, round 7. We've hit the midpoint.
The overlap. Here we go.
Okay, I gotta stay in the game.
What's the score now? 2 to
4.
Oh, we've just done 6, right? Yeah. Sorry, I was just predicting how this one was going to go.
Okay.
Here we go. German pop band No Absolutely Not released this song in 2009.
Well, that's gonna be a lie. That's gonna be a lie.
How could you tell? Is it the giant space between not and released? Anyway, they released a CD and a 7-inch
Okay.
version of the album that this song's on. The lyrics of this song will have you rolling.
Rolling. Is this Dead or Alive, like a record? What's the... I don't know. You spin me around?
The music video mocks the horror genre, such as using red glitter and confetti instead of blood, and mimics the dancing of Michael Jackson from Thriller.
That song's way older than 2009. I need to know what's a lie.
It features a singing decapitated head in the music video.
Interesting. Come on, hurry.
Oh, yeah, Spinny Taper, I know.
10 seconds left. Get up there. Change the lie.
It's not a German pop band. It's actually American indie rock band, Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Ah, that helps a little bit, but I had approximately 2 seconds after that reveal to make any changes. So I don't know what I was supposed to do about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it took. I almost snuck that one past Spinny Taper. I was hoping he wasn't going to catch that I had a lie in there.
I caught that you had a lie instantly. You should have listened to me.
He doesn't have headphones. He can't hear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the answer to this one, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, super popular song, Heads Will Roll. The off with your head.
Heads will roll. I see.
Yeah. Pretty scary. Whole song about decapitation.
That is pretty scary. I don't actually know this one either. You're right. You were correct about your prediction.
You don't know this song? What?
I don't think I do.
Oh, man. That's crazy to me.
I know. I might recognize it if I heard the whole thing, but that clip wasn't ringing any bells.
Man. It's another party anthem.
I see. Yeah, that explains it. I don't party.
I exclusively party with Twisted Sister.
That's fair. This is a wild image. This is you strapped to a guillotine?
You mean a guillotine?
Yeah. Heads will roll.
It's a song by American rock band Yeah Yeah Yeahs. It was released as the second single from their third studio album, It's Blitz, in 2009.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that they had a CD and a 7-inch singles were released.
That is pretty cool.
A remix by Canadian DJ A-Track appeared in the film Project X. Mm-hmm. And this remix was actually placed at number 124 on Rolling Stone's list of 200 greatest dance songs.
Wow.
I didn't want to put the remix in here. I wanted to do the original.
Of course. You got to stick with the originals. The remix can show up in a future year.
The music video for this features the band playing in an underground venue when a dancing werewolf, dancing reminiscent to Michael Jackson, who actually died 4 days before the single was released and 30 days after the music video premiered.
Wow. Yikes.
He comes out and all the things. There's a decapitating head that sings. They use red glitter and confetti instead of blood. All that happens when the head's cut off. all that jazz.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you picked the remix as number 6, to be honest, so.
Well, here we go to number 6.
Yeah. Okay. Heads will roll. I'm excited to check all these out. I'm going to be so much more Halloween-y this year.
Yeah. Up next, song number 6.
Well, song number 6, round number 8.
Song number 6, round
Song
number 8.
6, round 8.
That's so
this
hard
is the
for you.
worst numbering system in the world.
Here we go. Your time begins now. Bette Midler enchants everyone who hears this song.
Great. It's probably from the Star Wars Christmas special again.
I'll be honest, I don't know where.
Where are the rest of the clues? Come on. Good grief.
Here we go. This song has had many versions, but this version has altered lyrics that make it more Halloween-y.
Okay, Halloween.
Other famous versions include Nina Simone, Bonnie Tyler, and Brian Ferry.
Oh, we did a whole episode on Nina Simone.
A trio of witches performed this song in the 1993 movie Hocus Pocus. Too bad you said you hadn't seen that.
Darn it. I haven't seen the 1993 movie Hocus Pocus. Yeah.
Don't confuse this song with the original version by Screamin' Jay Hawkins.
Oh, man. I ought to know it.
I really thought that was going to clue you in, even though you hadn't seen the movie.
Yeah, I thought it would too. Didn't get there.
That's sad.
I think this is the first time this will be a song that I know well and haven't gotten.
Do you know the answer? Did you figure it out after the time went out?
I didn't figure it out after the time went out.
Oh. The answer is, I put a spell on you.
I put it because you're mine. We did it. We talked about it on the Nina Simone episode.
Yeah.
That's the name of her album. And this is the first one that I have known well and have not guessed. So this is the first point that I feel like I've really lost on.
Yep. Specifically, though, this version is the Hocus Pocus version. That's got more Halloween-y lyrics.
I see. Yeah, this is the first one I'm upset about. I think if I would have had more time to think about it with Nina Simone on there, I maybe could have got to put a spell on you.
I mean, Nina Simone came up at the right time. It was the ones before it that were delayed.
No, I don't think that's true. I think that's a spin.
But here we have me and the Gopher practicing our magic tricks. Magicians do spells.
I guess, yeah. A good magic pulling a gopher out of a hat.
I just really wanted this image.
Of course, this is a useful one.
You ready for song number 5?
Song number 5.
We're getting to our top 5.
Yeah.
And that's top 5 in terms of this another 13. Not like top 5 is in there my favorite 5.
Right. Just the final 5 in another series of 13.
The final 5.
We'll have a 26-song Halloween repertoire after this.
Gonna be great. Mm-hmm. Here we go. This animated special theme was released in 1966.
Okay, we're maybe getting back onto more Scooby-Doo if you've repeated anything.
The recording session took place at DeSulu's Gower Street studio in Hollywood on October 4th, 1966.
Ah, yes, the clue that unlocks the mystery. I know everything about DeSulu's Gower Street studio.
American jazz pianist Vince Guaraldi composed this theme.
This is The Great Pumpkin. This is from The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I don't know if it's not Linus and Lucy. I mean, that's not Halloween-y. Is there a Halloween-ier song?
It was written for the third in a series of 45 specials.
It's got to be like Linus and Lucy. Is there a Great Pumpkin theme song in it? This is from Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
This song comes from the Halloween special featuring the infamous dogfight with the Red Baron. Oh, what's that, Spinny Taper? I mixed up my clue cards. This is about a song later in the list.
Everything is wrong?
Oh, no.
I can't.
Everything is wrong? Oh, no.
I can't guess if you just told me everything about a different song.
I hope you can remember all this information when it comes up later. Hopefully you'll be able to catch where the cards got mixed up.
You just told me all the wrong facts. So something from It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown is coming up later. But this isn't that. And now do I just lose a point?
No, this isn't that. This is Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Spooky Scary. Do I not get a point for that?
Well, you will. So what's going to happen, I'm checking with Spinny Taper here. It seems like my Spooky Scary Skeletons factoid card and my Great Pumpkin theme factoid card got in the wrong order. So you're going to see Spooky Scary Skeleton information show up later in the game.
Okay.
And you're going to have to remember what's supposed to go there.
So I'll get the point if I could correctly identify the Spooky Scary Skeletons facts.
Correct. You'll get 2 points that round if you can identify, do it that way. You'll get this point and the next
This
one.
is ridiculous. Okay.
I had to, listen, I knew you were going to come expecting me to have some falsities in there.
Yeah.
I had to level up
Well,
and just do an entire...
it really confused me when he started coming up because I was like, This all seems legit. Like, I can't think of anything meaningful that would be changed about the Great Pumpkin.
And I purposely did it on the one that I knew. It was the only one of the 13 I could guarantee you were going to get. And I was like, so I'm going to mess with him on that one.
Ah, that's sad. That's a really devious, that's a low blow even for you.
But here I am running away from some spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh, yeah. This is a great piece of art. I love it so much. They're crawling right out of the grave to send shivers down your spine.
Yeah. But let's move on to number 4.
Already. So soon. There's only 4 left. It's got to be soon.
We'll find out. This song was originally released by the band Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction.
Oh, okay. I feel like that might not be. I don't know if we're going to get more spins. I don't know what to believe anymore.
But a famous singer covered it on his 19th studio album, and that's the version we're talking about.
19th studio album. That's got to be someone like a Tony Bennett, someone who did a lot.
The song is featured in the movie Wayne's World, where the singer himself performs it.
Okay, what's in Wayne's World? Bohemian Rhapsody's in Wayne's World. It's been a long time since I've seen Wayne's World.
This song features guests such as Joe Satriani and Nikki Sixx.
Okay, Nikki Sixx from the Motley Crue.
Don't forget to feed your undead monsters before going trick-or-treating this year.
I don't have it.
He doesn't have it. The answer for...
I know Wayne's World.
Song number 4.
I know Wayne's World.
Feed My Frankenstein.
Feed My
By
Frankenstein?
Alice Cooper.
Oh, Alice Cooper. He's absolutely in Wayne's World. And he talks about the Mohicans. I remember that. That's a very good one.
Great song, too.
I don't know the song. I mean, I've seen it in Wayne's World, apparently.
Really?
But I don't know the song. So, unfortunately.
It's a good song.
That's going to be another point for you.
I don't know what your familiarity with Alice Cooper is, but I was curious.
Yeah. I need another one I need to listen to more. I've got none on the ranking list yet.
But as the factoid said, Feed My Frankenstein is a song originally written and released by British hard rock band Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction for their album Hoodlum Thunder, but Alice Cooper covered it on his 19th solo studio album Hey Stupid and released it as a single in May of 1992.
I didn't realize Alice Cooper had such a large discography.
Apparently so. And Alice Cooper's version is the highest charting version, making it to number 27 in the UK. And yeah, it was in the 1992 film Wayne's World. And there's a big meme gif of Alice Cooper from Wayne's World that's used a lot. It features Alice Cooper on vocals, Mickey Curry on drums, Robert Bailey on keyboards, Joe Satriani on guitar, Steve Vai on guitar, and Nikki Sixx on bass.
Quite a lineup.
Indeed. And I really like this one. This 13 needed a little hard rock.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, keep the vibes up.
But with that, time to go on to our final, our final 3.
Final 3 songs. Wow.
Here we go.
I suppose we do.
It's time for another ballad.
Well, that's not Spooky Scary Skeletons. Unless that's another lie. What's a good Halloween ballad?
It is driven by piano and rock instrumentations such as electric guitar, synthesizers, and programmed drums.
Okay. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Who is he?
This 2023 pop song has reached top 10 in Australia, Ireland, Canada, Israel, Japan, New Zealand, the UK, Austria, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Latvia, Luxembourg, Malaysia, the Netherlands, Norway, the Philippines, Singapore, Vietnam, and even the US.
Okay, so if we're talking 2023 pop songs, I'm thinking Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo.
This artist's 2024 Grammy performance was messy.
Come on, because she smashed all the blood everywhere. Yeah. This is Olivia Rodrigo. This is Vampire.
Oh no, we're almost out of time. That sucks.
Come on. Give me points.
And the answer? Spooky, scary. No.
Oh, that'd be awful.
The answer, Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow, I'm surprised you know this. I mean, we did an episode on Sour ages ago, and we didn't touch Guts.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you dived into Guts any.
Well, it's kind of hard to avoid this song. I mean, I saw the performance at the Grammy.
That's also true.
It's also just hard to avoid this song. I mean, it was everywhere.
It was very present, yeah.
But yeah, Olivia Rodrigo released this in 2023. And it's a pretty good ballad.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo, not my favorite artist out there, but...
No, you gave her like a 5? I don't remember what you gave her. It wasn't
I didn't give her anything.
Connor. Sorry, Connor gave her something.
I think a 7.
7. Actually, she's at the top of Connor's 7s.
Yeah.
Surprising. She does not rank that high for me, necessarily.
I thought it was impressive.
Sour didn't. I think Sour was better than Guts. That might be a hot take, but I thought Sour was a better record.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But, every good playlist needs a ballad or two.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a good one.
Uh-huh. I think if I win out, I can catch you.
Yeah, what's our score at?
Well, right now it's 3-7 with a point on Spooky Scary Skeletons in the Lurch. So I can pick up 3 more points.
Yeah. So
And-
that means I'm going to win.
I guess you win.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I don't know. We might make the last one worth 2 if you can win out
Okay.
that far.
Okay, we'll see. That's a long shot so far.
Here we go. Number 2.
Number 2, song 12.
This Halloween song was released in 1996.
Okay, I don't trust it. This could be Spooky Scary Skeletons, unless you put that at number 1.
This song has had several resurgences since 2010, including a dubstep remix.
That does sound like it could be Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Some call it the internet's Halloween anthem.
Yeah, this is the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
The song was even adapted into a children's book in August of this year.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Disney included this song on their VHS tape, Disney Sing-Along Songs Happy Haunting
Yep.
Party at Disneyland, and paired it with a now famous 1929 animated short.
Yep.
And a little Mixtaper PSA. If you get shivers down your spine, it may be due to skeletons in your vicinity.
It's the whole wrong thing. Yes, I just want to say that
And this was indeed the factoid card that got mixed up with the Great Pumpkin Waltz.
Yeah.
There's me and Gopher picking out our pumpkins. Of course, he had to get the biggest one.
Of course. The Great Pumpkin. What a great holiday Halloween special.
It's great.
All the Charlie Brown ones are pretty strong, but
To think that that's number 3 out of what is now currently 45
yeah.
Peanuts specials.
I can't believe how many of those I haven't seen.
I know. Well, that was crazy too. When I was putting together that factoid card, I was just like, how many have there been? And I looked out, I said 45. I was like, whoa.
45 Peanuts specials. I've seen probably those 3 of them 45 times.
I think
feel
I've seen I'm probably close to double digits.
I'm close to double digits too. Because we had like a DVD that bundled together like the Pilgrims and Thanksgiving
Yeah, we did too. We had a DVD that had like 8 of them.
and like Election Day and another, like
Yeah,
there were weird ones.
yeah.
Presidents, I don't know. But boy, I have a giant book full of like Peanuts comic strips. I think it's almost all of them.
This song was actually one of the biggest ones that I didn't include last year that I was bummed I didn't have room for.
Really? I don't think you've ever once mentioned this song to me in your life.
Oh, why would I? Spoil it. And then you know it was coming.
I don't know. I just seems like if it was that much of a priority for you.
When you're thinking of like Halloween songs and you're thinking of songs that are actual songs like for Halloween, not just like Vampire that fits the mood, but isn't really a Halloween song.
True.
Like this is one of the ones that comes up in my brain immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
But now that makes the score 5-7.
Yeah, it's 5-7, and if this is a 2-pointer for me, it should only be a 1-pointer for you.
Well, yeah, we'll make it a 2-pointer for you, a 1-pointer for me.
Okay, good.
To give you an opportunity to tie it up.
Good. We can end Halloween 50-50.
In the spirit of Mixtober. Let's see what the number 1 song on this year's Mixtaper 13 is gonna be.
But not really number 1, just the last one.
Hello, James. I just needed to waste some time. I didn't have enough facts about this. I just thought I'd say hi.
Are you not going to give me clues? You're not going to give me. You're not going to give me clues.
Composer Charlie Clouser wrote this horror song. I thought about not giving you any clues,
So what a bummer.
but I didn't do that. I just didn't have enough information to fill up the full 60. It's written in the key of D minor.
Okay, that doesn't really clear much up for me. A lot of songs are written in the key of D minor.
Whenever the song is remixed, the key piece of the song name is changed. That's a fun little fact.
Is this like? Well, that means it's like a symphony kind of thing. I don't know where the D minor is like a part of it
Could be.
because the key piece is changed, like the key changes.
Well, it seems like we've come to the end of our game. Sorry.
It seems that way.
I hope you saw the clues that were right in front of you.
Is this the Saw theme song? This is the Saw theme song, isn't it?
This is the Saw theme song. That's why I started with
Yeah.
Hello, James.
Oh, I get it. It's making sense now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to pay attention to the soundbite for this one because I made it a little special. I gave it a little game over.
Yeah, that's very nice.
like they do at the end of every Saw game.
At the end of Saw, where he slams the door shut.
And of course, it had to be number one because it's the end of our game.
Wow, yeah, it is. Game over. Saw, what a great theme song.
It is.
I don't do typically like a ton of horror movies, but I really, really enjoyed the Saw franchise. I mean, I watched it with Connor.
They're great. I know a lot of people think they're too gory, but I really like them.
I understand that. That's a valid criticism. But I like the thriller aspect of it. I like trying to solve the puzzles that they hide. Like, there's so many clues hidden throughout the storytelling that are really intricate.
But yeah, it's the Saw theme song. It's officially titled Hello Zepp because that's when it's first used in the first movie, is when it's revealed that Zepp was actually also a villain.
Never would have guessed. Spoilers for the first Saw movie if you...
Wasn't, or it was also a victim, not a villain, when his tape recorder is played. And then every time it's used in the subsequent movies, they change the name. So it
Really?
becomes
To
Hello Whoever.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different versions of it that are, because it's one big, like you said, orchestra like piece, right? And they use different pieces of it throughout the different songs, and every single time they change the name to whoever it's being played for.
Yeah.
And then there I am with the little puppet.
The jigsaw spirals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, that's a really good 13. And we tied 7-7.
And we tied 7-7.
Meaning we got 14 points.
I mean, technically you didn't name it Hello Zepp, so I could take the point, but I won't.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
You could have taken a few technicality points.
I mean, that brings us to the end of the game, so I think we need to review the Mixtaper's next top 13 Halloween songs playlist.
Next top 13. Another top 13. Run us through it one more time.
And here they all are with all their wonderful art.
Yeah.
Thank you again, art department. You knock it out of the park every year.
Absolutely. These are great. I like them as much as last year's.
But we've got Haunted House by Ray Stevens. We've got The Ballad of the Witch's Road from Agatha All Along, playing on Disney Plus right now. Not a sponsor.
No, not at all.
We've got, but could be, Disney Plus, reach out.
Disney, if you're listening. The Mouse, at the Mouse, if you're out there.
We've got Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran.
Yeah.
We've got Monster by Lady Gaga. We've got Witchcraft by Frank Sinatra. E.T. by Katy Perry. Heads Will Roll by Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Yeah.
I Put a Spell on You, specifically the version from Hocus Pocus.
But not Nina Simone.
Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Shivers.
Feed My Frankenstein by Alice Cooper. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. The Great Pumpkin Waltz from the Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin special. And the Saw theme.
That's a really good 13.
I think it is too.
I wonder which 13 I like better now that we've got both of these set up.
Well, those of you listening to the episode or watching the VOD of the stream, go listen to both playlists. They'll be up. We make playlists out of it. And you can let us know which set of 13 you think is better.
On Spotify and YouTube.
It'll be on Spotify and YouTube. And you can let us know on social media, on Instagram at SpinItPod.
Nope.
Official.
Yep.
At SpinItPod Official. And on X at SpinItPod.
Yep.
You can reach out to us via email. And James is going to tell you what that is.
Well, you can find all of our stuff on the Contact Us tab on our website, which is
www.spinitpod.com.
That's right. That is correct. But you can also email podcast@spinitpod.com. That works too.
Yeah. Is that a good email to use? Is that the best email to use if they want to email me facts and spins?
No, that's mixtaper@spinitpod.com.
Oh. Wait, listen, the emails are relatively new. I haven't memorized them yet. Mixtaper@spinitpod.com.
No, but it's just mixtaper@spinitpod.com. It could not be easier for you.
My bad. Mixtaper@spinitpod.com. Email me facts or spins that I can use to mess with James in future episodes.
I will be messed with. We've already recorded some future episodes, and I assure you, I get messed with.
Now I'd like the people in the chat to just go ahead and vote for which piece of art is their favorite of the 13.
There are some really good art pieces here. I'm partial to the guillotine because it was so strikingly unexpected. The Monsters, Inc. one is also just like, what a wild reimagining.
Yeah.
The Witch's Road one is very cute and very fun.
I think the Witch's Road is very cute. I think Witch's Road and E.T. are my favorite too.
Well, the E.T. one is like great because it parodies a classic movie scene, but you're small and silhouetted.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the details on some of these other ones. I think we'll get some mileage, though, out of the gopher out of a hat.
Should we wrap up the episode? Is there anything else we need to do to wrap up the episode? I guess you haven't heard half the songs yet, but I'm curious to find out which song you like best out of this 13 and which set of 13 you end up liking best.
Yeah, I think out of this list...
I think the first set of 13 had more iconic Halloween-style songs on them.
Yeah, it did.
But I really like the vibe of this set of 13.
I do, too.
Together as a group.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think, obviously, my favorite pick from this list is probably Hungry Like the Wolf. That's just a good one. But I think the sleeper surprise pick for me on this list is probably E.T.
You think?
It's not one I would have thought of, and you said it, and I was like, that's it. That's perfect.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
But they're all pretty solid. But yeah, we will be back next week, wherever you listen to podcasts, for another episode of the podcast, and we'll be out of Mixtober. We'll be into November.
Yeah, Connor will be back from Con.
He will. Back from Peru? Wherever he's at.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, great. Usually he tells people to tell a friend about the podcast if they meet a certain condition. I don't know if you want to do that.
Oh, I'll come up with one. Hang on. Let me, okay. Tell a friend who sends shivers down your spine about the podcast.
Oh, that could be cute or really negative.
Yeah.
Someone who gives you chills or someone you're afraid of.
Yeah. Tell them about the podcast. Tell them about the stream. Tell them about the VOD that they can go listen to. And definitely come follow us on Twitch so that we can get to affiliate and have fun new toys.
That's right. Twitch.tv/SpinItPod. Tune in next week. And until then, as always, keep spinning. Marvelous.
Every time I always want to go, yeah, because that's normally what I do. But
that's true.
I'm not used to this.
But that's not what you do at the end of an episode. You can say it now, though, in the post-episode banter, I guess.
Oh, is that how we'll, fade out?
I mean, I suppose if you want to.
Fade out the episode? Yeah. Yeah!
And then I'll just be here alone. And I don't know how to banter with myself. So I'm just going to end it. Okay.